Hello, my little listeners. Welcome to our story time. Today, I'm going to share a story called The Tunnel by Anthony Browne. This story is about two children who are very different, but who learn something very important. I want you to sit comfortably, take a little breath in, and let's read together. Before we open the book, let's look at the cover. What do you see? How does the tunnel look? Safe or scary? What do you think the story might be about? Good thinking. Once upon a time, there lived a sister and brother who were not at all alike. In every way, they were different. The sister stayed inside on her own, reading and drawing. The brother played outside with his friends, laughing and shouting, throwing and kicking, roughing and tumbling. Look at the picture carefully. What is the sister doing? What do you think is the brother doing? What does this picture tell us about them? Yes, they are very different. They like different things. Do you think being different is a bad thing? Let's find out. At night, he slept soundly in his room. But she would lie awake, listening to the noises of the night. Sometimes he crept into her room to frighten her, for he knew that she was afraid of the dark. Look at the picture here. This is one naughty brother. Whenever they were together, they fought and argued noisily all the time. One morning, their mother grew impatient with them. Out you go together, she said, and try to be nice to each other, just for once, and be back in time for lunch. But the boy didn't want his little sister with him. Look at the image. They really disagree. Mother seems quite firm. They went to a piece of waste ground. Why did you have to come? He moaned. It's not my fault, she said. I didn't want to come to this awful place. It scares me. Oh, you baby, said her brother. You're frightened of everything. He went off to explore. You can see in the image, she clearly does not like the place. Hey, come here, he yelled. A little while later, she walked over to him. Look, he said, a tunnel. Come on, let's see what's at the other end. No, you mustn't, she said. There might be witches or goblins or anything down there. Don't be so wet, said her brother. That's kid stuff. We have to be back by lunchtime, she said. Look at the tunnel, children. How does this make you feel? Curious? Scared? Or excited? Why do you think the artist made it so dark? His sister was frightened of the tunnel, and so she waited for him to come out again. She waited and waited, but he did not come. She was close to tears. What could she do? She had to follow him into the tunnel. Can you tell how the sister feels from her face? What clues do you see in the picture? Off she goes, children. She's left behind her book and now she goes inside the dark tunnel. Do you think this was a good idea? What might happen next? The tunnel was dark and damp and slimy and scary. What do you think made her so brave? Have you ever done something scary for someone you love, children? At the other end, she found herself in a quiet wood. There was no sign of her brother, but the wood soon turned into a dark forest. She thought about wolves and giants and witches and wanted to turn back, but she could not. For what would become of her brother if she did? By now, she was very frightened and she began to run faster and faster. The wood looks scary. Children, can you see? Can you see faces in the wood? Oh, there's a little hut here. Little cottage, in fact. Oh, look at this. This looks scary. Oh, I noticed something. This too. Oh, she's really running fast. Just when she knew she could run no further, she came to a clearing. There was a figure, still as stone. It was her brother. Oh no, she sobbed. I'm too late. See the brother? Does the brother look the same to you? Why do you think he looks like a stone? Sometimes pictures show feelings, not real things, children. She threw her arms around the cold, hard form and wept. Very slowly, the figure began to change color, becoming softer and warmer. Can you see? Then, little by little, it began to move. Her brother was there. Rose, I knew you'd come, he said. They ran back through the forest, through the wood, into the tunnel, and out again together. What do you notice about them now? How are they standing together? What does this picture tell us about their relationship? When they reached home, their mother was setting the table. Hello, she said. You two seem very quiet. Is everything all right? Rose smiled at her brother, and Jack smiled back. What a beautiful smile. The story shows us something important, children. Even if we are different, even if we argue, love helps us care and be brave. Look at this picture again. How do the children look now? Happy, calm, or safe? What do you think they learned? Thank you for thinking so deeply with me today. You were wonderful story listeners. If you liked this story, we will read many more together. Until next time, keep thinking, keep imagining, keep being kind. Bye bye.